Live. Hello, hello, hello. Go Hurricanes.
I can still hear the weird noise. Oh, maybe I should just wait for a second. I'm just watching the YouTube. Oh no, it is the YouTubers. Are you watching ACAA or okay, you'll talk more than me let us know before you start. Do you want to do the lineups?
You can. Are we live, Jim? Jim in the truck, are we live?
Jim. Maybe shout out Dana if she's listening. Are we live?
Dana Trainer, out there in the abyss, can you hear us? Well, I guess we'll just carry on as if we are live.
Okay, let's do it. I can't see the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Actually, I might be able to see it here.
We're using both libs.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm Amanda McBain as well.
Okay, Mount A starters. Michael put them in. Okay,
3K.
and we're getting confirmation that we are live. Dana Trainer has hooked it up. Bear with us, folks. I think we have a total of 18 viewers or something along those lines, but we have some technical difficulties possibly on the way, doing some remote broadcasting. We're going to do our best. First serve coming up. Ava Beisel. It's received well. Outside, high over top of the block. Shayla. There's a nice swing by Gerbig. Desperation balls put over, dug by McFarland. Redding. Back row to Beisel. Tipped. Scramble play by the Mounties. Sent over. Redding back set. Morgan White. New addition this year. Gerbig off the block. Long opening rally. Play at the net. Big dig by McFarland. Redding, bump set, back row. Beisel, dug. Bump set to the right side. That time it was dug by the setter. There's the tip. Big opening point. Gerbig scores. Beisel, float serve. Tight pass, middle attack, dug by McFarland. Redding bump set to Gerbig off the block for another kill. Look out for Mount A's Sophie Landry to get a lot of action. She's leading the team in kills per set at 2.92. There was a missed serve by Beisel. It'll be 2-1 Hurricanes. The three outside hitters, Boyles, Manuel, and Landry, lead the way offensively for the Mounties. 2.92, 2.24, and 1.93 kills per set, respectively. There's Petrosa, middle attack, dug. Big shot down the line.
That was Jade Boyles from Round A. And while we have a second here and we have the lineup set, we're just going to do some lineup announcing for the Mount A Mounties tonight. Number 7, just got that kill, Jade Boyles. Number 6, Sophie Landry. Number 12, Sophia Graziani. Number 2, Amanda McBain, Charlottetown Island Girl. Number 9, Erica Aspen. Number 4, Anna Manuel, I believe, or Manuel. Number 13, Marie Fogarty, another Charlottetown native coming back to play in her home court. Number 1, Hannah Krause. And Hannah Krause and Sophia Graziani usually rotate both liberos here, serve, receive, and defense. We should see that from the Mounties as well, Brett.
Yeah, a few Islanders coming back to the home soil. That was a nice tip out of the middle. think that went off the block and scored. Hurricanes added a piece of island talent over the break, Morgan White. She was previously at UMB, transferred, and she has played well in her first game, her debut. I think she had 6 aces. So look for her from the service line. She's playing right side today, I believe.
Yes, I think she played right side the other day as well. And now that we're on the lineups here, we can do Holland's as well. Number 1, Jen McFarland, the libero for the Hurricanes. Number 13 is Shayla Redding. Number 12 is Katia Baranaba. Number 11, Sam Gerbig. Number 14 is Morgan White. Number 10 is Ava Beisel. And we have number 3, Maya Utruzzo, as the other middle tonight.
So another nice long rally there by the Mounties and the Hurricanes. Back row attack from the Mounties went out. Landry is at the net right now in 3 position. Look for her to get this ball if it's a good pass. Oh, on the line. Nice serve there. Is that Utrosa, I believe. I might be butchering that last name.
Utruzzo, I think, maybe.
Landry, tip over the block. It's dug by the middle. That's usually a soft spot when a middle serves, that tip over the block. The libero out for that rotation, but Utrosa got there. Just couldn't get it up enough for her teammate. 5-4 Hurricanes. Jump float serve handled by McFarland. Redding backcourt to Beisel. It'll be a 2-touch call. Another serve coming, 5-5. Mounties go after Gerbig this time. That ball was shanked. It will go into the scorer's book as an ace. Only 1 touch by the Hurricanes. This game between the 2 first and second place teams in the ACAA could have serious playoff implications, the result of this match. Gerbig, high ball set, and she pounds it. Deep 6, too much for the Mounties to handle on defense. That'll take Morgan White back to the service line. She's got a jump spin. Handled well. Landry swinging out the back. Landry does seem to be the side-out option for the Mounties. Whenever she's front row and they need a point, she's go-to. Another serve coming by White. Nice spot there. Just sent over and out of bounds.
Target was Graziani, I believe, the libero for the Mounties, struggling to pass that one up.
Yeah, the serve receiving specialist, unable to get that one. She's occupying a lot of court over there, giving her hitters a break on serve receive. And White returns the favor there. An error from the service line after an ace, or close to an ace. Another spin serve. This time it's the Mounties. Landry picks her corner. Landry is averaging 4 points a set. Sorry, Kaylee.
It's okay. You go ahead. No, I was just going to say Landry has been a growing staple in the ACAA league with both her hitting abilities. She's also set for a period of time in this league in her first few years. And now we're seeing her as a consistent right side with the Mounties. So it's been very fun to watch her play throughout the years, and she just keeps getting better.
Yeah, definitely developing as a player. There's Gerbig from the line. It's going to be a free ball sent over by the middle. McFarland Redding, White, off the block and off the defender. It's saved by the Mounties. Another free ball. Look for a better pass this time. They get it. Dumped by Redding. It's Doug. Another opportunity for the Canes. Redding gives the ball right back. And Beisel into the net on that tight overset. Hurricanes really need to get a better pass up on those free ball opportunities. Mounties killing their momentum on that one. Missed serve. Bernaba to the line now for the Hurricanes, bringing Utrosa back into the front row. Power attack around the block, it looked like. Went past Redding or over top. Redding does not have the highest block in the league.
I think that had to be Anna Manuel on the outside, number 4 for the Mounties, the opposite power, taking that away with a kill.
It is tough to see the numbers here doing this digitally.
Yeah, trying her best.
Good play at the net by Beisel.
Kraus is coming back in as libero for the Mounties.
So they don't have defined roles as serve receiver or defense, do they? Or
I think they do a little bit. There's definitely some strategy that goes into
maybe
their
spin serve versus
options.
float serve.
Yeah. Yes, I would say that as well, and maybe depending how the other plays. I think they're both very strong on both passing in, serve receive, and defense. So it might just depend on the day.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, right.
Too many liberos. Another missed serve by the Hurricanes. Quite a few errors in the early part of this match, maybe some jitters.
Right.
Beisel's going to be on the right side here. She gets the ball off the block. Dug well by the Mounties. Landry swinging.
Tough block. She's fired up. It was Maya Utruzo in the middle there. Stuff blocking on Landry.
Utroza is definitely an energy player. She has a lot of passion when she does something well, you can tell. Everyone in the gym is going to hear it.
Right.
Free ball sent over. Hurricanes struggle again with the free ball pass. Gerbig makes no mistake, though. Inside set, the block wasn't set properly, and there's a big seam. She took it. (14-11). Beisel serving. Outside. Nice cross-court shot. High, hard swing. I think that was number 4, Manuel. Like how she reaches up at the top of her jump there, using every inch of the vertical to her advantage. Spin serve by the Mounties. McFarland fights that one off. It's a party ball. Hurricanes get a favor. Utrosa pounds that one. Libero couldn't handle it. I think that was Kraus. Back row setter for the Mounties. Pipe ball goes wide. Hurricanes creating some separation now. Timeout called.
And as expected, we're seeing a very tight match here. I believe 16 serving, 12 for the Hurricanes for the home team. It's definitely going to be a tight match for tonight, and I would bet that Mount A will come back swinging out of this timeout, and it'll be interesting to see how this set ends.
Yep. I'd say if they can get a good pass up here on serve receive, they'll have some sort of design play ready. These points out of timeouts are so important for getting some momentum back, and it just It's a crushing blow to make a mistake coming out of here. My prediction for this game, I think we're going to go to 5 sets. I don't know who's going to
you
win
think?
yet.
Yeah, I would say that's an accurate prediction based on the reputations of these two teams.
Yeah.
That serve's going in the net.
There's coach's point. Timeout called, forcing the missed serve. Float serve, Mounties, handled by Beisel. Bump set, tight for White. Just forced to dink it over. And somehow that ends up as a kill. What a gift for the Hurricanes.
McBain on the Mountie side, the setter. It was a deep tip. It was well placed, actually, but, McBain couldn't get a hold on it, and it ended up going wide by the bleachers.
She might have saw that tip coming and assumed it would have been a free ball. Right. Maybe cheated towards the net as the setter. Back row attack into the net. Hurricanes really separating themselves now. Mounties need to get some composure, get a swing. A kill will go a long way here. Look for it to go to Landry with a pass anywhere near the setter. Hey, stuff block, Hurricanes.
There we go.
Baranaba and Gerbig joining forces. Wasn't quite a stuff block, but the coverage was so tight that it just popped over everyone's head into the back of the court. If I'm the setter, I'm going right back to Landry.
We're going to see a substitution here. If I can recognize her from this far away, I believe that's Monica Gallagher, another Island girl, going into pass number 3.
Just a volleyball hotbed here, Charlottetown PEI. Yeah.
Just going to struggle with that one for a bit. Just going to get it over, though.
Free ball for the Hurricanes. Middle attack. It's blocked.
Great block.
Looks like that set might have been a little too high or too tight. Baranaba not able to get a swing on it. Front row setter. It's Gerbig, Baranaba, and Redding. Front row for the Hurricanes on this spin serve by Landry. Just out the back.
A little bit of a rough start to this set for Landry. She's been stuff blocked a few times, and that's a missed serve for her as well. So maybe she got some jitters coming into this game. We'll have to see if she gets back into her groove.
Yep. Big block there by Baranaba.
Another block.
Stopping that shoot 3 set, whatever you want to call it. The middle was separated from the setter. Baranaba was with the hitter all the way. Going back to Landry, it can be tough to be the number 1 option when all the defense's focus is directed towards you. There's a point for the Mounties. Ball went out. (21-15), 6-point lead for the Hurricanes. Comfortable going into this last 4 points. High float serve, decent pass, bump set, not quite out to the pin, just a roll shot over. Manuel with a nice shot. I believe it was Manuel. She's going over top of the block. Really abusing Redding on the blocking there. Not a great pass. It's a bump set to Beisel. Just rolled towards 6. Bump set by the Mounties. Manuel off the block, and here come the Mounties. Don't look now, but they're getting some momentum.
You can see their bench is fired up too, and they're excited for their girls. They're fighting for it on the floor.
Timeout called by Nickel, Hurricanes head coach. He'll just if I know him, he'll be saying to relax and to just focus on this next serve receive. Mounties aren't doing anything special. Neither team are. Just sticking with the bread and butter. And it's just been a matter of who makes the mistakes so far in this game.
Just looking at some statistics here in the ACAA League. I'm looking at Kat Bernaba's statistics, and she's having a great blocking game today, but she is number 2 on the list for statistics for block solos overall in the ACAA right now, behind Flower from UMBSJ, who we actually saw Holland play over this past weekend. So Bernaba's been asserting her dominance on the net, and I'm sure we'll see more of this game as well.
Yeah, Bernaba is a presence. There she is, right out of the timeout. Hard hit ball. Forced to be dug by Beisel on the overbump. Dumped by McBain. Redding. Dumped right back. Blocked. Redding again. Morgan White. Didn't have the approach. Perhaps wasn't ready to come after that ball. Like to see that right side hitter get back, ready for that C ball.
Yeah.
I don't think Redding really had many options where she chose to put that ball as sort of a desperation play.
Boyles putting that long from the Mounties.
Yep. Story of the first set for the Mounties has been errors. From the service line at the net.
Yep.
Need to clean that one up.
Another one here.
On the serve reception, there's been quite a few errors as well. I think 3 or 4 aces by the Hurricanes.
That was Graziani struggling with that pass.
Bernaba does have a hard-driven float serve. She's able to get up high enough where it's at a level, if not downward trajectory. And Landry wasn't in position there, had to jump behind the ball. Timeout called by Mount A. Landry was in the back of the court, had to stay in rotation for serve receive. Wasn't a very high pass, couldn't get out to her hitting position on time. Maybe would have liked a higher set. That's between the hitter and the setter. But from my vantage point, looked like she was late.
Yeah, I agree there. And, not only on the Mount A side, but we're seeing some, floating platforms, I would say, on both ends for the Hurricanes as well in their serve receive. Their balls are going wide right, wide left. So it'll be important to keep their feet set, keep that strong platform, and see if that can make a difference.
Yeah, especially in a long game. You don't want to make your setter run around early on.
Right on.
Bernaba serving 24-18. Should be mostly cosmetic from this point. Hurricanes likely going to take this set. Good pass. Swing off the block. Bump set outside. Tight. Beisel gets a swing on it. Dug by Landry. McBain. Excuse me. Back row hit into the net. More of the same for the Mounties. They need to clean that up. They got time to talk about it. Really, that set was closer than the score showed.
Yeah, I would say so too. It looked pretty even, both with errors and with good things happening on both sides. A lot of blocks on both ends, which is great to see. A lot of height with these two teams, especially Mount A. They definitely have a height presence in the league, which is great, and definitely to the advantage of their front row.
Yeah, definitely. Mount A also has an advantage by far in the depth department. I think they have players unlisted, not enough jerseys to go around.
Yeah, there's also that.
And Hurricanes operating with 8 active, I believe. Usually a starting middle, Amanda Brito, sprained her ankle a week and a half ago, approximately. So she was in a walking boot last time I saw.
Yep, another blow to Hurricanes lineup with injury, and always seeing some shuffling each game. And I'm thinking that they might be finding their secured lineup going into the latter half of the season, and hopefully no more changes happen and no more injuries do.
Yep. This game was actually rescheduled from last Friday. I believe there was some weather trouble at the bridge. Mount A couldn't get across. Rescheduled to today. Rare midweek game in the ACAA. Looks like a decent crowd on hand in the CCE.
Supposed to be a big crowd anyway. I'm sad I can't get there.
Yeah. We're looking at the empty side. The fans usually sit right up behind where the referee is standing.
Speaking towards the depth on Mount A's squad, I'm looking at the lineup here. Hannah Kraus, one of the liberos we're seeing on the court. She's her 4th year at Mount A. We also have Manuel, the outside attacker, in her 4th year. Sophie Landry, same boat. And Jaden Boyles, also in her 4th year. Not only that, Sophia Graziani, also in her 4th year. So we're seeing a huge lineup of starters and seniors who have played together these past, 3 or 4 years consistently. And it's great to watch them kind of get in their groove, and they have their chemistry built, and it shows in the league.
Yep, for sure. It's definitely tough as a 2-year based program at Holland to build that chemistry, as there's so much turnover year to year. MTA has a mostly 4-year programs, I believe, so they have a better opportunity to get to know each other, build their program, and really rely on veteran presences, like you were mentioning. Starting the second set, 0-0. Spin serve into the net. Not the way you want to start it for the Mountie. Hurricanes' first server will be Beisel. Back row setter for the Mounties. There's a nice pass by Libero. Middle attack, double blocked. Setter's out of the play. Bump set, blocked again. Hurricanes dominating the net so far. Tip over, dug by Redding. Bump set by the Libero McFarland. Gerbig off the block, and it'll fall. It's a good touch on the block. Looked like it was a diggable ball from here, but the defender looked like they might have been on their heels a bit, not ready to move forward. There's another nice serve, overpass, Redding. That was a bit inside. Gerbig couldn't adjust.
Seeing that big block on the right-hand side of the court for the Hurricanes, Morgan White and Utruzo teaming up for a pair of blocks over there, and I think Coach Aidan Eckel was happy.
Yep, nice to see those two long athletes getting together on that block. Redding, nice dump, dug by Landry, back row set, and a 2-touch called on that set by I believe it was the middle stepping in, the serving middle. Utroza will serve for the Hurricanes. Baranaba back to the front court. Baranaba had the party ball, missed it out the side. I was just about to say Baranaba, possibly more of a presence at the net than Utroza, but making an error there. Still a back row setter for Holland. Jump spin by Landry. Nice back set. A little inside the court by the Hurricanes. And there's a nice dump by McBain. McBain, a former Colonel Grey Colonel. Kaylee and I are both colonels.
We are. A few others on the floor, too. Monica Geller and Marie Fogarty are also Colonel Grey girls.
What a showing.
Yeah.
Redding back set to White. Oh, White's a colonel as well.
Yeah, there we go. We missed one. Thought so.
McFarland to White, tried to tip it. No touch on the block. Maybe not a bad idea for the tip there, but couldn't get the right contact she was looking for. Coach Nichols giving some words of advice in between plays there to White. Landry goes after McFarlane. And
Keep it.
Baranaba makes the best of that one. Miscommunication there. It was a front row right side, and the middle looked like a step. It was ugly, but it worked. White serving again. Looping spin serve, Doug. Landry late to the party again. Beisel tipped. Dug by the setter. Landry bump set. Roll shot over. McFarlane digs. White has to bump set to Gerbig. Bumped over. Mishandled by the Mounties. Landry. It's Doug. Still alive somehow. Big push by McBain.
Wow.
That shot might have fell if, I believe, Manuel, if she was by the pin when she was swinging that angle, it might have worked, but the set was inside. Oh, it was Boyles, excuse me. White still serving, a little more pace on that serve. Over bump. Big swing by Gerbig. It was only a single block, and that's what happens when we get passes up straight to 2.5. The middle blocker has to stay honest. Makes the power's life much easier.
I think Morgan White's still serving here and a little bit of a run.
Definitely. Mounties struggling to get that spin serve up. Redding. Nice tip by Katea Baranaba. Double block set for that step around. And it looked like the libero was setting her haunches, ready to take that drilled ball down the line. Baranaba tips it up and over the block for the easy point. Seven 4, White still on the line. Decent pass that time. The dump is stuffed. Baranaba shuts the door. Might have a timeout coming here soon by the Mounties. And there it is.
We do.
Coach Kraus wants to talk it over. This may be just one of those timeouts where you're trying to stop the momentum of the server, get them to think about it, get them out of their rhythm.
And I find now with Baranaba and how she plays, she's been playing a lot of beach over the last few years, been staying on the islands instead of going home to Australia, and she's taking a liking to the beach environment. And I think that it shows on the court and where she places balls and how she can read the block and read the defense. And even with the roll shot she had there, the deep tip point, she's all over the map and she's very smart with it.
Yeah, that's definitely the next level of players in this league. A lot of players think hitting balls as hard as they can into perfect spots is how you're going to score. But it's much easier to just be smarter than the other team. Just find the open spot and tip it. White out of the timeout. And there's another coach's point. Good timeout called by Kraus. Freezes the server, White. If I'm serving there, I might just pop one over just to make sure it gets in.
Yeah. And
good hustle there by Redding. Bump set the middle, but a roof was put around that one before Baranaba could even swing at it.
I believe that was number 9, Astafin for the Mounties getting that stuff block. Well done.
Yeah. Beisel, great pass, step around. This time, Baranaba makes no mistake. That time it was Manuel, I believe, getting used on the block there. Now it's Gerbig from the service line. That ball drops in. We've seen that many times before. The serve receive thinks it's going long, falls off the table, hits the back line. You would think teams would be scouting that deep serve. Credit Gerbig, she's consistent.
As
and
you say
the
that.
commentators curse. Should never compliment players because they immediately mess up.
Right.
Mounties perhaps a bit lucky to get out of those two servers with two missed serves. White and Gerbig, two strong servers for the Canes. 3 balls sent over, step around set. That isn't good. Dangerous play.
She might be okay here.
It's Beisel for the Canes. She gives the thumbs up. That would have been a disaster for the Canes.
Hard to see from this angle, what happened there and who might have ran into who. It could have been both. It could have been one, but they're both okay.
Yep, that's the most important thing. It looked like the set was maybe on top of the tape. Both players made an aggressive play to go after it. A little too overzealous. Wasn't sure who went under, or maybe they both did. That serve went long. 11-8 Hurricanes. Standing float. Beisel just has to pop it up. Comes back to her. Deep shot. Handled. Another deep shot. Out the back. Linesperson Stephen White all over that one. That'll bring the setter Redding back to serve for the Hurricanes.
Back row set as well for the Mounties. They have a fully loaded front line. Let's see what they can do with it here.
There's a good pass. Right side, stuff blocked by Beisel and Utroza. I think Beisel's fine.
Yeah, I would say so.
Wow. How are the Mounties going to get around these big blocks of the Hurricanes? Maybe start going for some wipe shots instead of the hard-driven balls.
Utroza is doing an excellent job today as Beisel slams that down on top of the Mounties party ball. Utroza doing very well in these last few games. She kind of spent the beginning of the season as a important bench player for the Hurricanes, and now she's looking at more of a starting role, and her presence is known. I think that her energy is spectacular for the girls, and it really brings them up.
Another party ball.
I think that Morgan White might have swiped the net on that one. Or no, she's fine, I think. Point Hurricane.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a great job to Maya, and credit to her in the middle, and she's doing an excellent job.
Yep. You always got to stay ready no matter what position you're playing or what position you're at in the depth chart. You got to be ready for anything, especially in a year like this year where we've been halted and restarting in the second semester. Injuries happen. There's a kill by the Mounties off the block. I think that was Landry.
Yep.
Utroza, Beisel, and White in the front row for the Hurricanes, and a missed serve by the Mounties. They can ill afford to make mistakes like that, down by as much as they are. 7-point deficit here. 16-9. Beisel, float serve, goes after the lib. Power attack down the line. It's long. Mounties can't get out of their own way.
Yeah. Love to be interested to see, what the difference between hitting errors would be tonight, I guess. And Mounties just struggling to put the ball in the court. Very uncharacteristic of them, as I would say. But, you got to just regroup and you got to focus on what you can do.
Yep. I was looking at some split stats earlier. Mount A does actually hit much worse on away games than they do at home. Hitting just .128 on road games versus .223 as a team at home. So it has been an issue. They do have a nice big home gym. Maybe the A little more intimate setting here in the CCE. The depth perception is a bit off. That's always been an issue for me in a gym I'm unfamiliar with.
And Holland's gym would be a little bit weird to get used to, especially Mounties compared to Mounties' home court. Mountie is much wider and open space, and Holland's is very compact, and it's very different when you come to play. And we're used to it when we practice here, but an away team, it's definitely it's a weirder atmosphere. It's kind of intimidating with that walking court up top.
Yep, for sure. And we can't see the fans right now, but I'm sure there's quite a few rowdy fans there with some noisemakers, a couple bongos, making it difficult to hear yourself think, I'm sure.
Yep, for sure.
Served by the Mounties. It's going to be a spin serve. Nice high toss. And a miss hit there. Looked like that was Boyles. Nope, that was the middle. Excuse me. Petroza serving for the Hurricanes. She's got a volatile serve. Could be killer, could be an ace, could be...
Ooh, that's got to be in.
That was a nice tip. Back row defender Redding there, wasn't ready. So important for setters to focus on defense first. A few times we've seen the setters for both teams getting a bit over anxious.
Right. And Redding actually, in her previous life before setting, she comes from that libero background, and I'm sure it would be tough to transition back to a defensive position as going from setting and back and forth, but I know she can do it, so let's see it.
There's White again, another missed serve. Both teams trading errors. Hurricanes will be fine to trade points the rest of the way, though. Mounties, the pressure is on. You got to make a move here. Running out of time. Don't want to go down 2-0 on the road against the Canes.
Going to see number 14, Lily Johnson, coming in for the Mounties. Just going to play some defense here on the right side, it looks like.
Abba couldn't get that one. Step might have been a bit low. She may have been a bit late on the approach. Hard to tell from here, but the connection was off. Good pass by Beisel. Outside, Gerbig uses the block wisely. That should be a mismatch. Power versus setter. Gerbig back to the service line. She missed her first serve last time. See if she can do a little better here. That was an ace. That's a little better.
Mounties still looking to come back here. Still trailing. I believe it's 13 for the Mounties, and Hurricanes have 21, so a little bit of a lead.
Well, there's a better pass. Power swing. Big dig by McFarland. Free ball sent over. Mounties need to score. Back set. Doug. Hurricanes. White. Miscommunication there. Frustrating action here. I'm sure Mounties stepping on their own feet here. Gerbig still at the line. Nice lunging pass. Back to the middle, out the back. And a 10-point lead. Mountie has used both timeouts already. It's up to the players. The set is probably... Oh, they're just calling that one in. Maybe a net touch. So it's back to an 8-point deficit. Good float serve. Just what the doctor ordered. Mountie needed that one. Little momentum back to the Mounties. 15-22. That ball is way long, 2 meters out the back. Don't blame the server there for the aggressiveness. Ace is definitely what they're looking for at this point. Here comes the middle serve, Baranaba. On Mounties, I'm tipping to 5. Big block by the Hurricanes. There's Redding and Utroza combining on that one. Hi, John.
That might be Sil.
Back row set. Just had to be bumped over. Redding, outside. Beisel, over top of the block. Too much to handle. Hurricanes take that one in dominant fashion, 25-15. Making a statement here, 2-0 over the second place team. They're able to pull off a 3-0 sweep here. That would, I would think, give them a good chance moving up in the national rankings. I believe they're at 9th right now, maybe 8th.
Yep, I think it would be 9 as of today. Apologies for the background noise there. I have a few people in house that are enthusiastic about League of Legends, so they get pretty rowdy. For all
the
you
joys of working from home.
Right.
Well, if I'm the Mounties, what do we need to focus on? Serve receive first and foremost, but I think we gotta search for hands when we're hitting.
I think so. Honestly, just going back to serving, I'm seeing a lot of service errors, and they have a great serving team usually per normal. It's probably just getting used to the court again, but I would love to see just getting those serves in. Being able to put the ball in play, and that might be what they're struggling with. One of the things they're struggling with right now, but I think you're right with just getting the ball in the court too.
Yeah, definitely take some heat off the serves. Make the Hurricanes prove that they can serve receive. They're giving them a break with all these missed serves, allowing their servers to get comfortable. They don't have to work for the ball back.
Yep, and the Hurricanes I believe, looked at their mistakes and their errors from the first set. They've definitely improved a little bit in serve receiving and free balls, taking advantage of those when they come, and they're putting the ball away, and that's just what the difference is.
Yeah, Redding did a better job in that set of keeping balls off the tape. There's a few times where I think it was that middle set to Baranaba, may have been a bit tight. It was a bump set though, so she's been doing better as the game goes along. Still some room for improvement, but we can always improve. Just about ready to get back into the action here. Third set about to start. I'm guessing Hurricanes going to stick with their lineup. Interesting to see if Mount A changes anything.
We've been talking about the national tournament coming up at the end of March, pushed a couple weeks to accommodate for the delays that we've experienced, Brett, but I'm just not sure where the men's teams are going this year. Where is the host team?
That would be in Limoilou, Quebec City.
Okay, very nice, in Quebec.
Yeah. Been to a tournament there. They have a nice gym. I've only seen it when it's separated with partitions, but I believe if they lift all those up, they can get a nice sport court down. Nice venue over there.
No, that's super exciting, and it must be the same week that the women go away as well.
I would guess so, yes.
Yeah, so super exciting to see that tournament return. We've seen it be gone for the last few years because of COVID and cut short in 2020 as well, so it's great to see that back in action.
Definitely. That ball just bleeds over. Mounties get the pull. Oh, no. Ball went off the antenna. I thought it went off the block. But I think the Powers should focus on that line shot. force the setter or the right side to make a dig. The serve by Beisel. He's usually very consistent from back there. Low risk, low reward type of serve. There's a nice pass by Gerbig. Back set to White. Good cut. And there's the line shot again. Beisel was reading it. She was ready. Gerbig stuffed. That was Landry on the right side. Not sure who the middle is. I believe number 12. Do you have that name handy, Kaylee?
I do. Number 12, Sofia Graziani.
Graziani. Maybe it was not her because I don't think she's a middle.
Yeah. That's
a mystery woman.
You
who
can't
got
blame
that block,
us, right? We can't see the numbers.
Yeah. We're working with 360p here. Oh, momentum killer there from Mount A. Missed serve. They had a hot start to this set. Petroza, nice serve, handled well. Middle attack, gets through the double block. Gerbig tried to cheat over and help on that middle. Couldn't quite close it. Might have had a chance if they got tighter.
And I think you were correct that it was Graziani. I see that she is actually setting for this set, Brett. Just seeing that now, I can see the number clearer. Yeah, so Graziani actually set for a number of years for the Mounties. She's quite versatile. She can play a few different roles, but it looks like she might have subbed in for McBean in the setting role.
Yep. And you saw another point there for the Mounties. Hurricanes, a little bit shaky coming into the third set. 2-5, Mounties lead. Jump float. That time it goes long. Time and time again, when the Mounties get going, they make a mistake to stifle their own momentum.
Don't think I see any other changes on the floor, just mainly the setter. But see
Maybe
if that
just going with the one lib now.
Just for the one live, looks like Hannah still in.
Landry off the block, it's recycled. Blocked again, still up. 3 ball sent over. Hurricanes. Step around. Baranaba. Doug. Landry off the block. Great rally by both teams. Hurricanes would have loved to convert on that free ball. I know that's a point of emphasis for Coach Nichols. He wants scoring every time they get a free ball sent to him.
Another misser.
Bottom tape.
Yep.
Creepers.
Landry just having a rough game today, and I can't blame her. Everyone is allowed to have one or two, and maybe just today for her.
Yep. Still a lot of game in front of her though. Like to see her turn it around. Just one positive play sometimes can change everyone's outlook. There's a nice dig. Landry, another error.
Great dig by McFarland there on the Hurricane side, digging that over.
Yep, just keeping it alive. Didn't matter if it was on their side. It ended up being, we got Baranaba called over. And each game, Coach Nickel likes to get his money's worth. He'll use those warnings up.
How many warnings do you get? I don't even think I know.
I think 1 verbal, then it's a yellow, and then you go from there. Hurricanes get that point. 6-6 now. 4-person serve receive for the Mounties on this spin serve by Gerbig. And a poor pass by the Mounties. Graziani had a tough job to get to that one. It was a tight on the tape. She tried to punch it over but couldn't get there.
See if Gerbig can go on one of her famous serving runs that she likes to do so often.
Yep, there's a better pass. Line shot was open. Off the block and a kill. And Coach Nickel arguing something. We couldn't see what he's arguing. Maybe something about the line.
Might have been the antenna.
Down official Lindsay Corkum talking to up official Joe Ryan. So, did I just see a reserve call? I think they were saying the ball stayed up.
I think that the argument is that the Mount Allison player went into the net. Possibly.
Well, ball don't lie. Mounties get the point. Seven. Float serve, handled by Beisel. It's going to be tough. Stuffed, recycled. McFarland bump set to Beisel off the double block. Good recycle. It's going to go to the middle. Step around, tight set. Still up, Bernaba. Beisel off the block, down the line, and a kill. Mounties starting to close the net there. A few solid blocks. Just good coverage by the Hurricanes. Served by Bernaba, bump set by Graziani. Tip. Dug by White. Oh, a lift was called. Must have been an open hand on that dig by White. Or the second contact by Setter. Front row hands for the Hurricanes. Dig by Beisel. Inside set, it was tight. Beisel makes a very intelligent play, tipping it up and over the block.
That was a great tip there. Way to see that.
A lesser player might have tried to hit that one through the block. Beisel, very smart. Wise beyond her years. Redding served it, and it's dug by Gerbig. Free ball sent over. Mounties need to score. Back set to the middle. Not a great connection. Dug. Beisel, roll shot. It's down. Beisel is firing on all cylinders right now. She's got every shot at her disposal. Strong front row for the Hurricanes. Beisel, Utroza, and White. Good play by Graziani, just keep that one alive off the net. Serve receive starting to falter for the Mounties. Coach Krause wants to talk it over before this gets out of hand. 3-point lead for the Hurricanes, 11-8.
I went back to see what the ruckus was about on that call, and I think that I did figure it out. I believe the ball kind of came down from Bernaba and Redding's hands off the block, and Redding kicked her foot up. And I think that the Hurricanes were vouching for the fact that it didn't hit the floor, and the Mounties were the opposite. So that was kind of the situation there, as far as I could see. Very interesting.
Great analysis. Thanks, Frank and the truck, for running the replay.
Had to go back on ACAA TV, rewound it. I was just too interested. I couldn't let it go. Typical PEI, too nosy.
It's just your journalistic integrity.
That's right.
Needed to get the story straight. Mounties sticking with that four-person serve receive. Redding out of the timeout. Just wills that one over the tape. I was just about to say Hurricanes need to put this serve in. Coach has frozen the server 2 times before. Redding, float serve, it's deep. Out the back. She was disappointed with herself. Beisel will go over and tell her to keep her head up. Maybe saying, give me the ball.
I'd say that too.
Oh, desperation pass there was right in the
Great
seam.
bump set by Intrusa.
Yeah, give that apple to the middle. Assist for Utroza. White hammers it off the block. Playing out of position on that rotation. She was swung from power. I'm getting word from my statistician. That's where she used to play. Power.
Ah, okay.
And
she knows
White,
where the ball goes.
Yeah.
As White gets that kill.
Stephen White with his trademark mysterious call. He really makes you wait for it. Thought he called that out, but he, at the last moment, threw that flag down. This
Ooh,
time, no mistake, it's out. 4-point lead for the Hurricanes. They're up 2-0. Don't want to play around here, go to a fourth and maybe a fifth. Love to get out in just 3. And a service error by Utroza. Back to 3 points. Mounties definitely playing a cleaner set here in the third. But I think I'm going to jinx it. Oh, it was in. Redding. Back row to Beisel. That time it's out. She's usually reliable from the back row. Now just a 2-point lead for the Canes. Baranaba, Gerbig, and White in the front row for the Canes. Decent pass by Beisel. Back row set. Back side set, excuse me. An amazing dig goes to waste. I think that was the setter Graziani who dug it. Nobody ready as the libero was off for that middle serve.
Everyone wanted to hit instead of set it.
So important to identify that contingency plan. If the setter takes the first ball and your lib is off, who's taking it? Serve goes out. That was White. Break for the Mounties. They've had trouble handling her serve all day. And the serving sub for the Mounties coming in. I can't quite see the number.
I might be able to grab that when she gets in view.
Nice float serve. Step around. Set wasn't there. Free ball sent over. Graziani to the middle. Gerbig got a hand on it. Graziani outside now. Nice line shot. Beisel gets it up somehow. Free ball sent. Outside again. Beisel digs again. Gerbig. She'll put it into the block. And Graziani, I believe, front row setting right now. Couldn't press. Gerbig gets the kill. And that'll take Gerbig back to the service line. Good pass. Over bump. Scramble play. Mounties catch a break. Pass wasn't great. They end up taking the point. And they get through Gerbig and White. That back-to-back serving nightmare. Unscathed, just one serve each. Redding. Back set. It was tipped. I'd like to see Redding get her squared up for that one. Back row set is dug. And a wipe off the block.
That was an excellent dig by Hannah Kraus on the back row power position. That was unreal, and the bench was certainly fired up when they got that point, and just made it look so easy. It went perfectly to 3.5, and they ended up getting the kill.
Yeah, defense definitely been a difference here for the Mounties, limiting their errors as well, but getting some big dig. Timeout called by the Hurricanes, just a 1-point lead now, 16-15. Mounties have kept it close so far. In the first set, it was close like this, and the Hurricanes pulled away at the end. Second set, completely dominant by the Hurricanes. So Mounties really need to pull something out here, empty the tank. Don't worry about your energy for the fourth set. You got to get there first.
Looks like the Mounties are coming back into this game and getting their energies high and, very tight in the huddle, and they want to focus on winning this game and winning the set first and coming back here.
Yeah, they definitely didn't expect to be down 2-0 here. No team goes into a game expecting to lose, especially two teams with similar records. Mount A with just 2 losses on the season, Hurricanes just 1. Crucial missed serve out of the timeout there. Baranaba serving. No lib on the court for the Hurricanes. Back row set. I think that was Landry swinging from, nope.
Boyles.
And that step around set for Utroza goes out. He's a little bit off the net. That's better than tight, but still, Utroza couldn't find the angle. Beisel, Redding, Utroza front row for the Hurricanes. Not a great pass. Back row set to Gerbig. Drills it. It's dug. Free ball
Great
sent
dig.
back. High ball to Beisel. White scrambles to get there.
Ooh,
Oh,
took it over.
no. Better option might have just been to send that one over on the second contact by Utroza.
Great match here, 17-17.
Ball shot sent over. Wow, Hurricanes escape with a point on that one. McFarland with a 0 or a 1 pass, depending how you want to grade it. And a bump set came from the opposite corner. Beisel able to score though. Redding, the setter, serving for the Hurricanes. Short serve, middle attack, tipped over. Great dig by McFarland, flying in. White off the block, dug by Redding. Outside set.
That's out.
Out. Outside. I thought it might have went off the block, but it looked like a miss hit. Redding serving again for the Canes. Out the back.
I believe that's the second serve in a row she's missed in the set, unfortunately. Got to focus in those times, and especially the latter half of a set, got to just get it in at that point and just be consistent.
Yep, I'd say the winner of this set's going to be the one who makes the least amount of mistakes moving forward. Big kill. No, it's dug up. And the Mounties recover off that aggressive attack from Beisel, swinging from the right side.
That was the setter, Graziani, who also plays libero, but she had that amazing dig there up the middle.
And a missed serve again. Mounties will not be happy to watch this game back in a video session. Too many unforced errors. Beisel serving. Nice pass. Graziani to the middle. Great shot. That'll score.
Fogarty, the Island girl, getting that huge kill.
Yep. Didn't have full extension on her arm. Set might have been a bit low, but she makes it work. Ooh, tough serve. Handcuffs McFarlane on reception. Gerbig off the top of the block. Graziani to the outside. Roll shot sent over. Back row attack. Faisal against the single block is Doug. Back row attack. Landry finds the corner. When it matters most, Sophie Landry showing up.
And that would be a signature hit by Landry. She's done that countless amount of times, and it's great to see it in action here.
Yeah, that's what you're leaving open. Deep shot down the line. She found it. Garland might have had a chance at it, but maybe thought it was going long. Not a bad choice. And Landry's hit a few long today, making her prove that she can put it in. Mount A leads 21-20. It's a crucial third set.
Mount A's ready to go here. They're going to be first back on the court. Their minds are definitely in it to win it.
Back onto the court now. Hurricanes slogging near the timeout, using every second they're allowed. Quick serve, gets the best of Gerbig. That'll go into the stands, onto the score sheet as an ace. 2-point lead now. I'm serving, I'm going right back to Gerbig.
Great.
She does.
They do.
Better job by Gerbig there. Middle set, Utroza into the tape. Hurricanes unraveling. Into the game, it's going to be Jenna O'Neill, another Island product for Utroza in the front row. O'Neill played right side last semester. Up and down semester, had some great moments, struggled at other moments, and a missed serve there by the Mounties. And Utroza going to come back in for O'Neill. Once they get her attention, there she is. Utroza missed her last serve. Need to put this one in. Out the back. Could feel that one coming.
It's got to be tough in those last few points of the set, but you got to focus in.
Can't help but wonder if O'Neill would have made that serve. Mounties serving for the set now. McFarlane gets a decent pass up. Redding has to run and put a bump set on under it. Graziani bump sets as well. McFarlane to Gerbig. Oh, nice play at the net by Landry.
Oh.
And another nice play at the net by Landry. She's come to life here late in this game. And the Mounties take the third set. We got one on our hands now. 2-1 Hurricanes lead. Like we were saying, Mounties just eliminated a lot of those errors. Still missed too many serves for my liking, but playing much better at the net and getting some defense too.
Landry was not going to let that point get away from her. She was ready to hit whatever came over the net. She wanted to score, and she got away with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Veteran presence taking over there. Would not be denied.
Seeing some great coverage here for both sides of the blocks, and you know, both liberos and defensive players able to pick up a lot of balls coming off the block, and everyone's diving for every single ball. We're not seeing many drop, just like we did the first and second set. So I think a little bit of momentum change. You know, the girls are getting back into it on both sides, and energies are coming to life.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Hurricanes come out flat here. I think they were really hoping to take that third set, and maybe feeling a bit discouraged, like they let that one slip away.
We'll see if the same lineup comes out here for Mount A with the same setter going into it. They were able to come away with the set with a little bit of a change of lineup. Hurricanes look to stay the same, I would assume, but that might change.
Yeah, it was interesting to see O'Neill come into that game. Maybe see her in this fourth set. She throws ahead. Decent first two sets. Had a not necessarily a bad third set, just a few noticeable errors. That set that was tight. She tried to back set to power. And a couple of missed serves at some inopportune times. So maybe a change coming in the middle there, but it's not many options for the Hurricanes with that short bench.
Yeah, got to be tough when you have limited options for subbing players and, limited in where they can play on the court as well. And, any injury is going to be detrimental to the team. So it's important to stay healthy and, even the bench players stay in it because you could go in at any point in time.
Yeah, absolutely. About 30 seconds left until the fourth set gets underway here. Looks like Graziani back onto the court, starting in position 1. So it'll be, I believe, the same lineup. Same lineup, both sides. Utroza's on the court for the Canes. And no shuffling of the lineup in terms of rotating it around, a few to get better matchups at the net. Faisal will be the first server for the Hurricanes, as she's been all game, once they win this first point. Over bump, it's alive, free ball sent over. Good free ball deep in the corner there. Somehow that ball's still alive. Off the block, dug again, second ball sent over, setters out of the play, McFarland bumps that. Faisal uses the block. Once again, Faisal making a smart play. The first year Power is going to serve. Down the line, nope, to 6. Middle attack. Miscommunication, ball's still alive. Redding pushes it out. Gerbig off the block. Dug. Swing by Landry. Redding. I believe that was a net call on the block by the Hurricanes. Point Mount Allison.
Unfortunate, as it was a great dig by McFarland on the Hurricane side.
Nice float serve. Attacking Gerbig on the serve receive. Free ball sent over. Something cool happened in League of Legends.
That was John this time. Gerbig's going to go long, sorry.
Yep, just a bit too long. Had the right placement if she was able to get it to drop at the last second there, but goes out the back. And a poor serve there into the middle of the net. Tried to go down the line after Gerbig again, but it was a service error. Point Hurricanes, and it'll take Utroza to the back line. There's a nice aggressive serve. Free ball sent over, Hurricanes. Another poor free ball pass. Faisal gets a good swing on it. Faisal gets the dig off the power attack. Faisal rolls, it's dug. Landry hammers that ball off of Barnaba's block. Landry, been a spark of electricity for the Hurricane, or for the Mounties. 3-2, they lead here in the fourth. Faisal, tight pass. They get it over, free ball for the Mounties. Landry,
Wow.
she is hot right now. Can't miss.
Credit to Graziani for seeing Landry open and, you know, setting her some spectacular balls that she can hit, and it's working.
Yep, her timing has definitely been a lot better. She struggled with the back row attacks earlier, getting there on time. Front row, at least, she is connecting with the setter. Another miss serve by the Mounties. Interesting how these games, the longer they go, the more stats seem to even out. Players that were playing well early seem to struggle late, and players like Landry, who were struggling early, starting to play better now.
And
Big
as
block.
we say that, you know, Baranaba getting blocked there, that wasn't something we've been seeing the last few sets, and look what's happening. Momentum shift.
Yep. A connection between Baranaba and Redding wavering right now. She's had to tip the last few balls. Then serve, not a great toss by Landry. Didn't lead herself. Now Gerbig back to the line. Both teams trading spin servers. Gerbig.
That's a
Service
net.
error.
Your prediction might be coming true here, Brett, with the 5-set prediction. We'll have to see how this plays out.
Yep, I really think the Hurricanes missed an opportunity taking it in 3. Giving the Mounties some life here. Baranaba, roll shot. Another roll shot. McFarland. Bump set. Beisel makes it work.
Great swing.
Yeah, very out of system. That was on the attack line. Outside the court. She made it work going past the right side blocker. Baranaba serving. No libero for the Canes right now. Outside swing against a single block. It's Doug. Bump set to the back row. Gerbig off the hands. That's tough to stop when it goes off the hands like that. Too deep for any defender to reach. Baranaba serving again. Tight pass sent over. Graziani. Caught Redding sleeping there. Not playing defense.
We've seen that a few times in the Hurricane side within the last few sets. So important to focus on that for Holland and just work on that in the coming points.
Yep, got to stay sharp. Especially on those second contact balls. You're not expecting it to come over so early. You almost get dazed thinking it's just going to be a routine play. They're going to set it. Graziani made a nice play. Mounties serving. Nice pass by McFarland. It wasn't as nice as I thought it was originally. Roll shot sent over. Back row attack into the tape. Point Hurricanes. Another tight set. 9-9. Neither team able to get any breathing room.
And this is the game that we sort of expected here with the top two teams in the league. And we're back to, usual playing and usual points. And this will be a very even game as it goes out the hands of Reading and Long.
Yeah, that point looked like it might have been going wide. Reading couldn't get out of the way in time. But credit the middle for cutting left. That's difficult to do when the set's off. Another missed serve for the Mounties. It's got to be double digits on the game by now.
I would say so as well.
Beisel. Middle tips. Reading to McFarland to Beisel. Nice dig. And a swing is kept alive. 3 balls sent over. Tight pass. And Graziani called for the lift.
And I'm not sure if this is in the Mounties game plan, but certainly working for them right now is targeting that setting position on the Hurricane side. We've seen Reading struggle with a few and pass up a few more. So I'm wondering if their strategy right now is targeting that setting position, which would be smart to do.
Yeah, there was a nice swing by Landry, I believe. Was it Landry? No, it wasn't. Boyles, I believe, swung from the right side there off of Gerbig's hands. Good force there to the middle. Landry now into the block. White couldn't get her feet behind that. That was definitely not ideal inside and on the attack line for a front row right side hitter. But I'd like to see White get behind that ball, get a proper approach as much as possible. Reading struggling once again there. Pass was definitely off, but swiped out with one hand. I really thought she could have got that with two. Timeout called. Mounties leading by 2. We got a nail biter on our hands.
We do. Very exciting set here.
Go out back and burn the barn. Never got that saying why anyone would call a close game a barn burner.
A barn burner. Yeah. I don't know. It's more panicky than anything else. And, the Hurricanes are kind of on their heels right now with coming back. And, the momentum is definitely shifted in terms of in favor of the Mounties, whether or not, the Mounties kind of came in with that energy on the third set after being down by 2, but it's certainly impressive to see them fight back here. And I think they finally found their usual groove, and we're looking at a team that has a lot of chemistry, and they make very little mistakes, and that's consistent with who they are.
Yeah, give credit to the Mounties for sticking in tough. Would have been easy to give up after going down 2-0 on the road. But they're definitely playing up to their potential now, and a missed serve.
Coach's point.
Middle serve for the Hurricanes coming up. Utroza on the line. Baranaba back to the front. Good hard serve by Utroza. Tip into the pot. Great spot there by the Mounties. I'm sure that was scouted. Mounties have 3 or 4 assistant coaches on the bench. I have to think one of them pointed that out to the players. Spin serve coming. Nope. Float serve, excuse me. Beisel fights that one off. Reading got it up, gets the assist on the bump set to the middle. Baranaba doing the heavy lifting there.
Yeah, great eye by Reading. I don't know if she meant to, but I think she did. She did see Baranaba was ready there, and she just kind of popped it behind her. And let Baranaba put it away. That was awesome.
Yeah, single block versus the middle. I like Baranaba's chances against a single block. Scramble ball somehow gets over. White in the back row off the block. It's still alive. Oh. Tight ball for Landry. She just has to bump it over. And the Hurricanes return the favor. Crucial mistake there. One-on-one, Landry drills
What a
it.
hit.
Wow, that all came from the mishandling free ball by the Hurricanes. Mounties made no mistake when they returned the favor.
I'm really impressed with how Landry's playing right now. And, you know, this is actually her usual, the way that she can play. So I love to see it.
Yeah. And she missed a serve. So there's the commentary curse again.
It is, but, you know, struggling with her serve today a little bit, but still love to see her put the ball away. And she loves that cut shot, you know, right on the setter's position. And it's just too hard. You just can't handle it. Super impressive.
Yeah. Gerbig. It's her turn at the service line. Great pass. Double block against the power. It goes out the back. No touch on the block. 15's game to 10. Hurricanes leading 2-1.
Can they put it away here in the fourth set?
There's a strong serve by Gerbig. Dug by McFarland off the power attack. Back row. Gerbig. Dug by 6. Landry back row attack. Blocked by Baranaba. Got those hands up late. I don't think
Holland
Landry
bench
saw
is
that.
fired up, and so is head coach Nickel.
Nickel definitely an emotional presence on the sideline.
He really is. Very entertaining to watch himself, honestly. Love to watch him get into the game, and you know, it's not often that you see a coach that is so passionate about, you know, whether the calls go against or for the Hurricanes or their home team, and he's fighting for everything.
Yeah, just the difference between the two coaches here today. Coach Krause and Coach Nickel, similar in age, and Krause definitely more subdued on the sideline.
That is one thing we've seen shift in this league over the last, you know, 2 or 3 years, and not sure what's to cause for this, but we've seen a lot of change in the head coaching roles and different people taking on different positions within each team, and it's great to see some new blood.
Yeah, definitely the youth movement taking over the head coaching ranks. A lot of different assistant coaches too, former players helping out the program.
Yeah, I see that on, you know, St. Thomas and St. John and the Hurricanes as well, you know, this year, and even Mount A. It's great to see.
Yeah, definitely. Hurricanes serving out of this timeout, leading by 1. Gerbig on the line against a 4-person reception by the Mounties. Landry back row attack in that seam. She can't be stopped right now.
(16-16). Tough set.
Gerbig with the pass. Redding back set to Baranaba. Dug by Landry outside. Manual kill to the deep corner. Not the hardest shot, but it was well placed. Talked about it earlier. A lot of players like to go for that hard, straight down kill. But there's no pictures on the scoreboard. Point's a point. Nice service ace there by the Mounties. They needed that. And it will be a timeout. Hurricanes 16-18. Mounties lead by 2. What a turnaround these last few points.
It's going to be who makes the least amount of mistakes right now, you know, getting your serve in and getting the ball in the court and making sure you're tight on defense will be number 1. And whatever team, you know, struggles the most with any of those things will maybe fall the set if we've seen so far this game.
Yeah, definitely, especially this point coming out of the timeout. Love to go up by 3. 3-point lead in volleyball is much different than a 1-point lead.
Not seeing any changes on any lineup for both teams. They're going to stay consistent, keep the momentum going on both ends, and see what happens.
Float serve. Weisel. Redding to Baranaba down the line, out the back.
Gonna go long.
Once again, it looked like the Hurricanes hitter wasn't quite behind the ball, maybe swinging too much above their head. Nice pass, Gerbig. This time outside to Beisel. Takes something off of it. What a shot. Goes limp fish in the wrist. Just slaps it over top of the block.
Point for point here tonight.
At 2-point deficit, Hurricanes down 17-19. Baranaba serving. Gets the ace. That's big time for the veteran player, Baranaba.
We are seeing some advantages to having a deep bench here for Mount A. You know, they've been subbing in and switching some lineups and throwing some people in to serve, and Hurricanes just don't have that depth that the Mounties do, and so it's interesting to see how this is playing out.
Yeah, for sure. There's a big push by the middle outside to the power. 3 ball sent over. Another power attack, 1-on-1. That was Manuel, I believe, getting the better of Redding. Put that one directly into 6. And the Hurricanes defense looked as if there was a double block, but the middle didn't make it over. McFarland struggles to get that one up. Tight ball. Beisel makes it work. Landry gets it up. Monet maybe panicked a bit on that one. Just needed to send the free ball over, and they put it out. 1-point lead. John can't believe this game.
Apologies for the background noise.
Graziani, the jump set tip. Big play at the net. It's still alive. Got to go over.
What a dig by White.
Middle attack. Blocked. Doug. Landry. Not a great set. Has to roll it over. McFarland bump set. Beisel. Still alive. I thought that might have hit the roof. Landry just sends it over. Nice spot there, giving it to the setter. McFarland inside to the right side. And a missed bump set there by the libero for the Canes. Didn't give White an opportunity to swing at it. Credit Landry for being smart on that free ball. Giving it to the setter, taking Hurricanes out of system. Good touch by Gerbig, keeping that one alive. Beisel goes after the lib. Oh, that was White, excuse me. And White again on the power. Dug by 6. Boyles. It was called in. Nickel, can't believe it. I sense a card coming. How much is official Joe Ryan going to take? He takes it. 22-19. McFarland to Redding to Beisel. She shows up in crunch time. 20-22, and she'll head back to the service line. Nice pass. Graziani to the middle. Has to be tipped into the block. Can be a back row tack. Just a roll shot. Beisel with the dig. Back set to the middle. Utroza makes it work against the double block. Well placed tip into the pot. Faisal serving again, down 1. And go to Landry here. Free ball. Hurricanes need to score. White, big time swing from the right side. And we're all square at 22. Great composure by the Canes, down 3 late in this set, storming back. Force the Mounties to take a timeout. Oof, started 0-0. We were at 15-15. Now we're at 22-22. Can't get any closer than this.
I think this is what we expected out of this match. It's great to see, and I think that the crowd's getting their money's worth right now.
Absolutely. It was a rough start for the Mounties, but they're definitely playing to their potential now. Will it be too little too late?
These next few points are going to be very exciting to see what happens.
I would hate to see a serving error by Beisel. She's typically very consistent. And like I was saying earlier, low risk, low reward. Just a little hop on the jump serve here. Float. Probably just going to go after the libero as she has been earlier. Yep.
Wow.
And gets
Great
the ace.
serve.
Oh, they called it on the line.
They did.
I didn't have a good look at it from our stream, but mental error there by the Hurricanes, falling asleep.
What a point to lose.
Faisal rolls it over into the pot. Middle set to the outside. Faisal again, back row. Doug, still alive. Redding pushes it out to Gerbig, tips it. Setter's out of the play. Another attack from the power. McFarland. This time a good bump set to power. Great dig. No one takes the second ball. Heartbreaker for the Mounties. Hesitation by the setter. Can't have that. Maybe that's her instinct as a libero. Maybe not ready completely as a setter to take that second ball. Whatever happened, it was a great dig. That should have stayed up. We're back into it here. Graziani to Landry. Still alive. Rough set there by Redding. White has to send it over. Nice tip into the pot. Hurricanes think it's up. Called down. (24-23), Mounties lead. Landry's front row. Free ball. Gotta think it's going right side.
I would say the same. I mean, it would be the smart play. We'll see what happens here.
Here goes Faisal from the back row. Great dig. Roll shot sent over. Here come the Canes. White on the right side into the block. Still alive. Redding. This time sends over a free ball for some reason. We're still in it. Ball's still alive. Big time cross court shot to take the set.
Gotta love that for Boyles too. She's coming away with that hit, and she's been struggling the last few sets, just putting a ball away. And we've seen her do that all her career, and she is such a strong hitter, and it's great to see her putting that ball away on the court.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are going to a fifth set, Brett, as you predicted. Wow.
Yeah, Mounties with all the momentum coming in. They won 2 close sets. Hurricanes in their 2 set wins, a little bigger gap. But that seems like a lifetime ago. Mounties, whole new team now. They've limited their errors.
You know, we did see, Redding jump over that second ball, and maybe she just wasn't sure of her hitters being ready, but it definitely was a gift to the Mounties. Interesting to see how that played out.
Yeah, it didn't directly lead to a kill, but it definitely gave the Mounties the advantage in that rally. Gave them attack, got the Hurricanes out of system. and a few contacts later, Boyles put it away.
And that's a shot that she is used to doing, Boyles on the outside, and she hasn't been too loud this game, but let's see if the fifth set might be different for her.
Yeah, Hurricanes try to take away that cross-court shot, leaving the line shot, as we've seen. Beisel playing deep in that corner in one, just waiting for the attack to come that way, but Boyles able to find her way around the middle blocker into that cross-court. Heading into this 15-point fifth set, anything can happen. Mistakes are amplified with such little time to make things happen. Any more than 2 missed serves is going to be way too much. So both teams got to stay sharp, limit their errors, but can't, at the same time, can't be passive. Don't want to be tipping balls over when you get a swingable ball.
Both teams play a specific defensive structure too, and it's just a matter of finding those holes and targeting the people that might struggle with it. And if both teams or either team can do that, that'll make a huge difference in this fifth set.
Yeah, Mounties have really had a lot of success going after Reading on defense, putting McFarland into the setting role, having the bump set to the pins, essentially taking the middle out of the game. And that has definitely worked out for them. See if they continue with that strategy.
I don't think we're seeing any major changes on either lineup here for both teams.
There will be a bit of a twist of the rotations, though, for the Hurricanes. Beisel is usually the first server that comes up for the Hurricanes. This time she's starting in 5. So it'll be Gerbig in that first setter position. First serving position, excuse me. Reading is front row. Elects to go back to Baranaba.
What a block.
And she is absolutely denied at the net. That set was a little too high. Let the Mounties get set up in the double block. Baranaba tried to power her way through, but it was securely closed. Back row attack, Beisel. Deep roll shot. Free ball's going to come back. Hurricanes need to score. Baranaba makes no mistake. The ball is still alive.
Ooh.
And for the second time, the Mounties getting hung up in the net. Contact between teams there. Hopefully everyone's all right. And Coach Nickel visibly upset. Hurricanes take the point, though, on the line violation. Gerbig back at the service line. Great pass, middle run, wide open. Shot there and one. The one defender, White, crowding the middle of the court there in the pot, maybe expecting the tip. The hit goes over her head. Reading front row with Beisel and Baranaba. Serve reception error by the Canes. Can't get out to a large deficit here. Want to stop this run now. Ooh, I think the Hurricanes wished that one long. They wanted no part of that hard float serve. I'll give Beisel the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she called that one out. Beisel, Reading, Utroza, front row for the Canes. Baranaba, way too long on that serve, got under it. Hurricanes starting out this set a little bit sloppy. Float serve, bump set by Utroza.
What a save by Beisel.
Yeah, a sharp angle to keep that one in play. Dump. I do not like that decision to dump the ball there that far off the net by Reading. And it comes back to bite them as the Mounties score the point right after. Timeout called on the floor. It's the Hurricanes taking this timeout, 5-2 lead for the Mounties.
Mounties coming out strong in this set. We've seen a lot of energy and, very limited mistakes on their side, and that's what's giving them success right now.
Yeah, hitting efficiently, not trying to be a hero, just going high off of hands, and they're getting the bounces right now.
If you are Coach Nickel there, Brett, what would you be saying to your team?
Serve receive has not been good enough so far in this set. Making our setter Redding move around too much, and I'm definitely going to Redding and saying enough of those dumps at the attack line. Let's get it to our hitters.
Yep, I would see the same thing there. At times of intense moments, I think it would be fair to dump, once in a while, maybe keep them off guard. But Mount A's ready to go. They're in the defensive stance, and they're ready for anything. You just got to give it to a hitter at that point.
Yep, they've proven they're able to cover that. So let's stick to the bread and butter, what got us here. Oh, severe service error. That almost hit the back wall.
That was on Fogarty there in the middle. Doing well in this game. She's had a few blocks and a couple kills as well, but you're just going to keep it composed in the service line and get that over.
Yep, it's easy to get excited back there. Try and put a little extra on it. Nice serve by Redding. Redeeming herself with that short serve. Gets that point back. And they were just down 3 a few seconds ago. Down to just 1 now. Back row setter for the Canes. Back row setter for the Mounties as well. Landry in the right side. Redding, over bump.
Ooh, that's
still
up.
alive. 2 digs by Redding. Landry to the setter. Power swing goes off the tape and is dug. Gerbig out the back once again. Hurricanes hitting from behind their head, getting under it and sending it long. Saw a couple really nice digs by Redding on that play.
Yeah, she
Credit
did
to
well.
her for not hanging her head after what was a questionable decision. Float serve just gets over the tape.
That's going to be disastrous there for a great pickup from Sam Gerbig.
Yeah, second ball wasn't handled well though. Sent over and out. Back to a 3-point lead for the Mounties. And that one goes long. I thought that might have dropped near the end, but Hurricanes followed it. It was long. Neither team able to secure their serves. Float serve by Beisel. Ooh, baby, that was not handled well, and a point for the Canes. Not quite an ace, but next best thing to it. 6-7. Landry will step in. It'll be a 4-person reception. Another poor receive. Nice bump set. Absolutely denied, though. White and Utroza. I think Utroza, judging by the celebration, got the better of that one. Timeout called by the Mounties as the Hurricanes showing some guts, coming back from a 3-point deficit twice, tying it at 7.
Utroza again, showing her energy on the front court and getting a few blocks in, and she's a monster up there right now. It's great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Not the most active hitter right now, but definitely making a presence on the blocking side.
Yeah, and that's important. You might not get every single set as a middle, especially if the passing's off, but you gotta do your job at the net and make sure you're blocking balls, and she's doing that.
Yep, Nice to see a rookie player coming in and filling that role. It was filled by Brito. She's injured right now, as I mentioned earlier. But Hurricanes not losing a step. Beisel serving out of the timeout, tied at 7. In his 5th set. Big time play at the net by Utroza again. Beisel, that float serve. Deceivingly tricky to handle. Doesn't look like much on the webcast, but I can assure you it's wobbling. Back row set, Landry.
Great set by Graziani there, seeing Landry open on the right side on the backcourt.
Love to see two Canes going towards that ball instead of two Canes stepping back from it. Redding maybe thinking about getting that second contact, and White maybe thinking about getting ready for an approach. Bump sent over here. Middle attack. Great run there in the middle that time. Just a single block. And the Mounties lead 9-8. Hurricanes are up 2-0. This would be a heartbreaker to lose.
At home, in the home gym as well.
And to give up first place, I believe. Big shot down the line.
Ooh.
Great job by Gerbig turning the shoulders at the last second there. Nine. Which team can limit mistakes here in crunch time? That ball might have been going long, but Landry touched it. Hurricanes now lead. Bit of a break there. Utroza serving. Back row attack. Dug by Utroza. Nice dig by the middle. Back set by Baranaba. The middle getting involved. Redding to Beisel. Just long. Looking for that corner and one. 10-10.
Tied up. This might be going to extra points too.
I would not be surprised. Another rough serve receive by the Hurricanes. White makes it work though. Bump set by Redding running outside near her own bench. That's a tough ball to hit. Looking from outside the court, waiting for that ball to get to you, and then swinging to your left. Hurricanes back up by 1. White at the service line, spinning, and misses. She was so consistent in her debut, but she's had quite a few misses from the service line. But it's over now. Can't dwell on it. Got to get a dig. Float serve. Tight pass. Party ball. White gets that dig. Gerbig free ball. Middle run. Good help by Gerbig, and it was Baranaba setting that block.
Shout out to White for picking up that crazy dig there in the backcourt that made that play happen after missing their serve.
Yeah, like to see the Mounties stick. Let's go to Landry here on this ball. Oh,
wow, what
need
an
to get
ace.
it up first. Back to timeout here from Kraus.
Might see a timeout, yep. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised there.
13-11, that's a big point for the Canes to get. A little bit of breathing room.
Excellent placement by Sam Gerbig, I believe, who's serving on the line right now. You know, going through, that's her favorite spot to serve, is right between those two players on serve receive, and it ended up working out, and Mounties just caught on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, that 6-in-1 seam. There's a bit of congestion there with the back row setter running up to the net. But no excuse there. We got to know our seams as serve receivers and get that one up. This side out ball. Got to go to Landry, in my opinion. She's been the workhorse here in the late stages.
Yep.
Bit quiet in the fifth. Looks to me as if she is playing in power right now with the setter starting in 1. Decent pass outside. Great dig by Gerbig in 6. Baranaba gets it over.
What a crazy dig by setter Graziani.
Step around set, still alive. Mountie. Oh,
Wow.
the net violation. That is huge. Now we're really going to see what the Mounties are made of. Down 3, no room for error. Hurricanes have really stepped up late in the 5th.
Who else to take this serve but Sam Gerbig?
Yeah, green light, go for the win. There's the error they needed. Mountie gets the ball back. I'm not worried if I'm Holland College, though. We got 2 opportunities to side out and win. Great pass. Baranaba still alive.
Great save there.
Oh, I would have liked that ball a little closer to the middle of the court on that first dig. Here comes Mountie into the net, and the Hurricanes survive.
The celebration there, the relief on the whole entire team's faces, as well as Coach Hayden Nickel, you know, just excitement and relief going into that last point.
Yeah, that'll be huge for the Hurricanes. I believe Mountie will drop to 3rd place, giving Stu 2nd place, and Hurricanes with just 1 loss in the season, keeping 1st, surviving in this 5-set thriller. And I can only imagine Rasputin is playing in the gym.
That song brings back memories.
Yeah, the victory anthem.
Gotta give credit to Mountie here with their effort and guts, and you know, they threw everything on the court. They wanted to make it happen, and what a spectacular comeback on their end to come back and play a 5th set and be within a few points to win this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to see the composure from that team. Their experience showed. They didn't roll over. And that's there's no moral victories in this league, but it's nice to go home with something positive as opposed to a 3-0 sweep.
You got it. Thanks for having us, Brad, from home, tuning in. And it's great to tune in, and we'll see you next time here in the Hurricane Dome.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, everyone at home, and go Hurricanes.
Go Hurricanes, go.